welcome back to my channel. So today I filmed this New Year's Eve inspired makeup tutorial. I wanted to do a lot of glitter and just have it be really fun and sparkly and glittery for New Year's, because that is what I love about New Year's, is all of the glitter. If you guys want to see how I got this full face makeup tutorial, then please keep on watching. I think I'm gonna use this beautiful palette from ColourPop. This is their Flutter by palette and it's super beautiful. And don't mind my hair, guys, I'm just setting it. I curled it, so I'm just keeping these clips in just to keep some waves. If you guys would like to see a how I curl my hair tutorial in the future, please let me know. Give this video a thumbs up if you would like to see that, because I would love to film one for you guys. So this palette has a bunch of beautiful matte shades in there that are a little bit more on the cool side, which is kind of what I'm going for this New Year's Eve look. I'm into these really nice mauve pink nudes, and there's also some nice browns in there, really nice matte colors. So I'm going to start with one of these matte shades in the crease. I think I want to go into this beautiful, it's like a kind of coolish warm matte brown shade. This is called Made to Last. It's really stunning, so I'm going to place that with the big fluffy blending brush all in my crease. And for that, I'm actually taking this Hank & Henry brush. This is in the style called Melly. So this brush is super nice because it's really big, and it's really nice when you really just want a shade nicely smoked out in the crease. Okay, now going in with this thinner blending brush. This is also from Hank & Henry, and this is in the style called Meg. I'm going to go into this nice rich brown shade. This is called Cha-Cha Changes in the same palette, and I'm going to place that on the outer and inner corner because I kind of want to do a halo eye. Okay, now I'm going to go in with this ColourPop E9 brush, and I'm going to dip into this really nice rich brown shade. It almost looks like it could be black, but it's definitely a deep brown. This shade is called Float On, and I'm just going to deepen up that inner and outer corner. And as you can see, there is some fallout. I'm kind of just not really caring because I am going to clean that off with a wet wipe when I'm done. Just don't worry about fallout. That's why I like to do my eye makeup first, because it really does help keep everything nice and clean, and you don't really have to worry so much about getting shadow on your under eyes. Okay, now with this Morphe brush, this is a Morphe JH41 flat packer brush. I'm going to go into this ColourPop Jelly Matte Shadow. This is in the shade called Buttercup, and it's also actually from that Butterfly collection. And I really love this shade because it's like a really beautiful, just glittery, white, almost iridescent shade, and it's super pretty. So I'm going to place that on the middle here where we just left it a little bit blank, and I really want to just showcase that beautiful iridescence on the middle of my eye. And what's great about these jelly matte shadows is that you really don't need any primers for them. They are wet, but they will dry completely matte, and they will not transfer, so they're just really easy and really fun to play around with and super pretty. So as you can see, I'm just packing in that shade right in the middle. Okay, now I'm gonna go into this ColourPop. This is their Gliterally Obsessed Body Glitter. This is in the shade called Bring the Heat, and it is a beautiful golden glitter here. And once again, these glitters are amazing because you do not need a primer for it, and it will dry down and it will not go anywhere. So I'm going to place some of that with this same Morphe brush here, and I'm just going to put it in the middle. And I did want to add some gold just to kind of warm it up a bit because it is more on the cool tone side, and I think a little bit of the gold glitter on top will just really make it come to life and just bring a little bit of warmth to the whole look. Okay, so don't mind if you see my little dog Luna in the background. She's just on my bed, so she's walking around. And now for the fun part, it's time to clean up the under eyes and really make sure everything is nice and clean before we do our foundation. So I'm just gonna take this wet wipe and wipe away. Okay, now I'm just gonna quickly prime my face here with this Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer Primer. This one is their smoothing one, and I really love it. As you can see, there's like barely anything left. So I'm literally taking whatever is left here and squeezing out whatever I can because I love this primer. And I'm just gonna place that on my T-zone where I have the most pores. So a little bit does go a long way with this primer. And I'm just literally placing it right on my nose and the surrounding area here. And that's pretty much where I will put my primer because I find that's where I need it the most. Okay, now for foundation, I'm gonna go in with this Bare Minerals foundation. This is their BarePro Performance Wear Liquid Foundation. It's one of my favorites actually, and I really love this. So this is in the shade called Linen 10.5, and I'm gonna place some of that with this little foundation brush here. This is from e.l.f. This is just their ultimate blending brush, and I'm gonna pounce it onto my face. I also love that that foundation has a pump, so it's super easy to put your foundation on, and it's very sanitary. So as you can see, I am super pale in the winter, and I haven't self-tanned in a while, which I'm probably going to self-tan soon just to give myself a little bit more life. Okay, so we have our foundation on, and now I'm going to conceal my under eyes with this e.l.f. Cosmetics 16-Hour Camo Concealer. I really love this concealer. I feel like I use it in all of my videos. But I'm gonna mix these two shades called Tan Latte and Medium Sand together, just because one is a little bit darker on the more peachy side, and one is much lighter. So I like to mix my concealers usually. And I'm kind of gonna just drag that there just to clean up the outer corner. Gonna place that light one just a little bit on the inner corner there just to brighten it up. And then I'm using a damp beauty blender, and I'm just gonna pounce that in. Okay, so now I'm going to set my under eyes with this ColourPop Translucent No Filter Setting Powder, and I really love this ColourPop setting powder. It's quickly become one of my favorites, and it does have a yellow tinge to it, but it does just go pretty translucent on the under eyes. So I'm going to use a powder puff for that, and I'm just gonna bake a little bit because this e.l.f. concealer is quite dry, so you don't really need to bake the under eyes too much. So that foundation also does dry pretty matte, but I am going to lightly set it with this Bare Minerals Performance Wear Powder Foundation, just super lightly setting it with this Morphe E58 brush, which is really nice for setting your foundation. And I'm gonna quickly set a little bit because it is New Year's. You're gonna be partying maybe, and you're gonna wanna have your foundation lasting all night long, so that's why I like to set it, especially for events like that where you know it's going to be lasting all night. So this is also in the shade Linen 10.5, which was our foundation shade. Now going in with one of my favorite all-time bronzers. This is the MAC Cosmetics Give Me Sun Mineralized Skin Finish Natural Powder, and it's a really beautiful bronzer if you are more fair to medium. It's actually quite light, so definitely if you're more on the fair side to medium, this is a really great bronzer, and I love it. And I'm going to be using it with my other favorite bronzing brush. This is a Morphe JH02 brush. I'm just going to place that all along my cheekbones, my nose, and the top of my forehead. I just want to give back some life into my face because just the foundation made everything quite kind of flat, and you just want to give some nice depth and healthy glow back into your face. Okay, so I do want to use one of my favorite blushes that I actually haven't used on camera in quite a while, but this has been well loved and I'm obsessed. This is the BUXOM Wanderlust Primer Infused Blush, and this is in the shade called Seychelles, and it is just a beautiful like mauve-y pinky shade. It's like really nice, and I feel like it'll go super nice with the eyes here because we do have that kind of more cool toned eye look as a base, and I really love this blush. It's just stunning. These BUXOM Wanderlust blushes are quite amazing, and the shade has just been my favorite. So I'm using a Morphe E4 brush for that, and I'm just going to place some on the apples of my cheeks and along my cheekbone line also. And this blush is super nice because it does have like really fine metallic sheen in there, and as you can see, it just like gives your cheeks a little bit of life, like a subtle glow, which is like beautiful, and it just looks super healthy Also gonna place some on my nose. I didn't highlight yet. Okay, now to highlight the nose, I'm going to take a little bit of that concealer from e.l.f. This is a lighter shade, which is called Medium Sand. And I'm going to use this little pencil brush from ColourPop. This is their E10 brush. And I'm just taking a little bit of that on the tip of the brush, and I'm going to place that on the tip and bridge of my nose. I'm just using my finger to blend that in. That just leaves a really nice base for the highlight that I want to place on the nose. I'm going to use this MAC highlighter. This is called Oh Darling, and I'm going to use this smaller Morphe JH42 brush and just place some of that where we place the concealer, which is on the tip and bridge of the nose. This highlighter is super pretty because it is more on the golden side, so it's really flattering on the skin. It just really warms up the face. So I really love a nose highlight. Of course, if you don't like it, you don't have to put it. I just really find it makes my nose look much cuter in my opinion. So now I'm wiping off that translucent powder just with a clean, fluffy brush. Also making sure everything's nice and blended. If you feel like your blush is not blended, you can definitely go back with a clean brush and just kind of buff everything out. It really helps just make the whole look become much more flawless, and that's definitely a good trick if you feel like you've over blushed or something. Don't be afraid to get back in there and just keep blending. Now I'm going to use that same MAC highlighter, and I'm going to go in with this Real Techniques setting brush to highlight the cheekbones. This is a really stunning highlight. As you can see, it's so golden and it just like melts into the skin. Like if you just compare cheeks, I just love a good highlight. So definitely love these highlighters from MAC. This is the Oh Darling one, and it's a beautiful rich golden shade. I also like to place some on my Cupid's bow, a little bit on the chin, and also above my brows. Okay, so now to finish up the eyes, I'm going to work on the lower lash line, and I'm going to use this Hank & Henry brush in the style called Monica, and I'm going to go back into that shade that we used in the very beginning called Made to Last, and I'm just going to smoke that on the lower lash line. Okay, now going in with that really deep brown shade over there, I'm going to take this Morphe JH38 brush and kind of replicate what we did at the bottom, just connecting that darker shade on the inner and outer corners there, just to really give it dimension, and we're just going to literally replicate what we have on the top. Okay, now going into this beautiful gold glitter here from ColourPop, I'm going to use this Morphe JH42 brush, and I'm going to place that right in the middle here. This is called Bring the Heat, and it is their Gliterally Obsessed Body Glitter. Okay, and now to line the waterline, I'm going to go in with this L'Oreal Infallible Longwear eye pencil. This is in the shade called Brown, and I'm just going to place that on the waterline. Okay, now to highlight the inner corner of my eyes, I'm going to go in with that same Jelly Matte shadow from ColourPop. This is in the shade called Buttercup, and I'm going to place some of that onto this little Morphe JH42 brush, and I'm just going to put that on the inner corners there. It's beautiful because it's so bright, and it will just make the eye look pop. Okay, now I'm going to put some mascara on. This is the Givenchy Black Disturbia mascara, and I'm going to place some of that on my top and lower lashes. And I'm going to just pop on this pair of wispy lashes that I got from eBay. I will link the exact pair in the description box, and I'm just gonna pop those on. I'll be right back to finish off the look with the lips. Okay, so now to finish off the look, let's just do the lips, and I'm going to use this lip liner from ColourPop. This is their lippy pencil in the shade called Minute Man, and it is a really nice nude warm shade. So I'm just gonna line my lips with that. And I'm just filling in the lips with that lip liner just a little bit. Now, since the eyes are a little bit more on the dramatic side, I do like to do my lips a little lighter when that's the case. That's why I want to do a nice nude glossy lip, and I'm gonna fill the lips in now with this MAC Cosmetics lipstick. This is in the shade called Blankety, and it is a beautiful nude, almost mauvey shade, which is so nice. Now, to add some nice shimmering gloss on my lips, I'm going to use this BUXOM lip gloss. This is in the shade called Celeste, and it's really beautiful. It's like a pinky peach gloss with a lot of beautiful shimmers in there, which is perfect for New Year's because I love shimmers. And I'm just going to place some of that on my lips. Okay guys, so that is the completed New Year's Eve inspired makeup tutorial. I hope that you guys liked it. I really think that it came out super nice and really glittery and fun, because that to me is what New Year's Eve is all about. So I would love to know what your plans are for New Year's, if you guys are celebrating this year, what you're doing, if you're gonna do some nice glittery makeup, or if this makeup tutorial inspired you guys in any way. If you guys decide to recreate it, then please tag me on Instagram or use my hashtag Julia's Allure. I would love to see your looks. If you guys choose to recreate this look, then that would be amazing. So I'm also super happy. This is my first year on YouTube, and I'm happy to ring in the new year with 1,000 subscribers. You guys truly mean the most to me. All of your love and support has really inspired me, and I cannot wait to create more looks for you guys and more videos. So guys, I hope that you guys have a great New Year's. I hope that 2020 is the best year yet, and I would just love to know what else you guys want to see from my channel. If you guys want to see more makeup, if you guys want to see some more personal videos, please let me know what you guys would like to see from me for the year 2020. So thank you so much for watching. If you guys like this tutorial, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, and Happy New Year!